activists shot in Atlanta, they had a second autopsy done, and it paints a totally different story than what the cops have told. And the story of the cops themselves shows that the cop that was shot by friendly fire. Uh, these cops literally filled this dude full of holes while he was sitting down, because he was protesting against Cop City. That's why they murdered him, and these are supposed to be the cops that are being trained to protect Atlanta.
What do we learn from this autopsy? We learned that Manuel died from multiple gunshot wounds. We knew that already. Manuel was shot so many times and by different firearms that the tracks of the bullets running through the body converge and intersect.
They stood around him and just unloaded their clips into him. They didn't like try to arrest him or disarm him or anything. It was just straight murder.
That means that the same parts of his body were shot by different officers. The autopsy identifies 14 separate gunshot injuries. Manuel was shot in the head through his right eye, in the left upper chest, in the abdomen, in his arms, and in their legs. The hands were all shot up.
Yeah, according to the autopsy, he was, of an article that I read about the autopsy, he was in a seated position with his hands up, and bullets went through his palms, so the dude did not have a weapon whatsoever, and yet they murdered him.
According to the autopsy, the wounds indicate that Manuel's left arm and hand were raised when Manuel was shot, with the palm facing the front of the body. Manuel's right forearm and right hand were also shot. The gunshot to the head would have killed them instantly, but probably, in the words of the report, not before they were able to raise their hands and arms in front of their body, like that. Manuel's legs were shot with shotgun slugs and probably buckshot.
Wow, okay, so I thought they were just using handguns, but they were using shotguns to shoot this guy? These cops are just disgusting.
Leading to the conclusion that 2 different shotguns were fired at Manuel before they died. The wounds to the legs are consistent with Manuel having been shot while they were sitting down cross-legged. Manuel was...
So he wasn't even a threat whatsoever, and yet they still shoot him. And these are supposed to be the people that protect society?
Was likely shot by individuals, according to the report, standing in front of them relatively close. Manuel was looking death in the face, hands raised, when killed. Manuel was looking death in the face, hands raised, when killed. We still do not know what happened in the forest on the morning of January 18th. We do not stand here today telling you that we know what happened. This second autopsy is a snapshot of what happened, but it is not the whole story. What we want is simple. GBI, meet with the family and release the investigative report.